The discussion in this video is about preparation of salts through neutralization method, neutralization where titration is involved, direct combination, displacement, double decomposition or precipitation method, decomposition by acids. Under neutralization, we have two categories. One is simple neutralization, another one is where titration is involved. Simple neutralization involves the conversion of insoluble base to a soluble salt upon treatment with an acid. Under titration method, we will be considering a soluble base, also called as alkali, which upon treatment with acid forms a soluble salt. As an example, we know that oxides of copper and lead are insoluble bases. When they are treated with strong acids like sulfuric acid and nitric acid, they form their respective salts. All nitrates are soluble salts. Most of the sulfates are soluble in water except calcium, barium, lead, and silver sulfates. Similarly, hydroxides of copper and lead are basic in nature but insoluble in water. When they are treated with acids, they form their respective salt and water. Coming to the titration, sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxides are soluble bases, so they are also called as alkali. When they are treated with acids, they form their respective salts and water. We know that more or less all salts of sodium and ammonium are soluble in water. Next method is direct combination method. Here, two or more elements or compounds combine to form a single product. We know that a salt is made up of a metal component and a non-metal component. So, in combination method, a metal combines with a non-metal to form a salt. Examples: iron combines with chlorine forming ferric chloride, aluminium and chlorine forming aluminium chloride, iron and sulfur forming ferrous sulfide, zinc and sulfur forming zinc sulfide, lead and sulfur forming lead sulfide. Observe, all these combination reactions are also redox reactions. Of these salts, ferric chloride and aluminium chloride are soluble in water. These sulfide salts are insoluble in water. So, we can use direct combination method to form soluble as well as insoluble salts. In displacement method, a single uncombined element which is more active displaces another element which is comparatively less active from its compound. Here, when an active metal is treated with the acid, hydrogen of the acid will be displaced by this active metal, giving a salt and releasing hydrogen gas. If we look into the activity series of metals, then we have hydrogen over here. All the metals which are above hydrogen are more active than hydrogen and are capable of releasing hydrogen gas from acids. Metals which are below hydrogen are not capable of releasing hydrogen gas from acids. Examples: iron, zinc, and magnesium are active metals because they are above hydrogen in the activity series. When they are treated with acids, they form their respective salt and releases hydrogen gas. Next one is double decomposition method. This is also called as precipitation method or precipitation reaction. In this method, anions and cations of two compounds switch places and form two entirely different compounds. Coming to the reaction, when two salt solutions are put together as reactants, they form two salts as products. Out of the two products, one salt will be a soluble one, another one will be an insoluble one. This insoluble salt is called as precipitate. Examples: when lead nitrate solution is treated with sodium chloride solution, it forms sodium nitrate solution and lead chloride precipitate. When calcium chloride and sodium carbonate solutions are put together, it forms sodium chloride solution and calcium carbonate precipitate. Similarly, zinc sulfate solution put with ammonium carbonate solution gives ammonium sulfate solution and zinc carbonate precipitate. Zinc nitrate solution put with sodium carbonate solution gives sodium nitrate solution and zinc carbonate precipitate. Lead nitrate solution treated with sodium sulfate solution gives sodium nitrate solution and lead sulfate precipitate. Sometimes this double decomposition reaction is also called as double displacement reaction. Decomposition by acids involve reaction between carbonate salts and acid. Both soluble and insoluble carbonate salts upon treatment with acid forms salt, carbon dioxide and water. Acid will be appropriately chosen so that formed salt is soluble in water. Examples: when insoluble lead carbonate salt is treated with nitric acid, it forms soluble lead nitrate salt, carbon dioxide and water. We can observe in this set of reaction that carbon dioxide and water are the products in all the reactions. Insoluble zinc carbonate salt with HNO3 forms soluble zinc nitrate salt. Insoluble copper carbonate with sulfuric acid forms soluble copper sulfate salt. Soluble sodium carbonate with sulfuric acid forms soluble sodium sulfate salt. Soluble ammonium carbonate with HCl forms soluble ammonium chloride salt. Soluble ammonium carbonate with sulfuric acid forms soluble ammonium sulfate salt. It becomes handy if you can remember the solubility chart for the salts so that it will be easy for you to choose an appropriate acid so that the formed salt is soluble in water. If we are interested to prepare an insoluble salt B from the insoluble salt A, then we need to follow a two-step procedure. First, we need to convert the reactant insoluble salt A to a soluble nitrate salt by treating it with nitric acid. In the second step, this soluble nitrate salt has to be treated with an appropriate reagent so that we get the product insoluble salt B. If our interest is to prepare insoluble lead chloride and lead sulfate from insoluble lead oxide or from insoluble lead carbonate, then in the first step, we need to convert these insoluble salts into soluble lead nitrate by treating with HNO3, that is nitric acid. Further, this soluble lead nitrate has to be treated with an appropriate reagent to get the products. To get lead chloride, lead nitrate has to be treated with sodium chloride, and to get lead sulfate, lead nitrate has to be treated with sodium sulfate.